You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 268, posted November 2020. Moon Jerks.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill, the Dog and Pony Show. It's me, your friend. Hello, nerds. I'm Tony Sindelar. I am your Dungeon Master. We are playing Curse of Strahd, a Dungeons & Dragons adventure loosely based on the summer between when I graduated high school and went to college. Loosely. Dan, to clarify, back then, my full name was Tony Strahdalar. Does that help?
It's untrue, but yes.
Thank you, Dan Tavio. We are rejoining our action in progress as I have sent, well, not me, somebody else, unrelated. Some horrible menace in the world of Barovia has sent many a wolf to harass and harangue and disrupt dinner for our adventurers. Let me introduce our adventurers in initiative order. First off, it's Aragal as Aragal, the murderer with a heart of gold and also maybe not yet a successful murder under his belt. Next up, it's Micah Sargent as Elevor.
Yeah, the half-elf druid. That's all you need from me, right?
Indeed. Followed by Aline Sims as Imra.
And Androdite. And kind of Arena.
And next up, it's Irina Kolyana as herself.
I thought you said next up, it's 12 direwolves.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Why am I introducing the non-player characters now? This is not going to scale well. Next up,
we're going.
It's Dan Morin as Crucible.
Hello, I'm playing Castanotar's Crucible, the Warforged cleric who's currently surrounded by wolves.
And Dan is followed by Jane Ritt as Lina Dulina.
Hello, I am Lina Dulina, the human rogue.
And last but not least, it's Eric Ensign as Broldish.
Yep, Broldish, the dwarven paladin, also Pony Sindelarnt, who has tried to get into the battle a little bit here.
Indeed. And so we rejoin things in the middle of the fray, in the middle of the battle. There are ghost wolves controlled by you jerks. There are real wolves controlled by me. Irina and Aragal are in the fray, and the most menacing creature that has jumped out into the battle is neither man nor wolf, but somewhere in between. A large, furry beast, all claws and teeth, has been attacking you, and strangely, everyone who has tried to attack it with mundane weapons has been unable to injure it so far. We start off in our initiative order with Aragal, as controlled by Jane, I think?
Yep, that's us. So let's see. Aragal doesn't have a magic weapon. So
take that, Aragal.
Yeah. So I think he is going to back up, and yeah, so he's gonna go against Direwolf 9. Although I imagine that the big guy gets an attack of opportunity against him.
So Aragal decides that he should attack more mundane targets and scampers away. Unfortunately, this creature, this huge beast, will swipe at him as he goes. 23 to hit is pretty good.
Yeah, that'll hit him.
All right, Aragal is going to take 9 slashing damage to his arm from this huge furry beast, but he keeps going.
Yeah, he keeps going.
What is Aragal's class?
He is an assassin.
So can he not disengage as a bonus action?
No, because he doesn't have access to everything that a rogue has access to.
That's fair. He's a badass, so
yeah, he has access to some of it.
He's an NPC. He has a limited set of
totally
things.
Cool.
Yeah,
get really attached to him.
Yeah, he has some saves. So actually, yep. So he is going to attack. He's going to multi-attack Direwolf 9 with his short sword.
All right.
So roll for Aragol. That is going to be a 18 and a 16.
Those both hit. Roll me damage.
Okay. And then the wolf is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
This wolf is poisoned.
Okay. So that is 6 from the bolts. And then oh god, the poison does so much damage. And 31?
What?
Sounds right to me.
Yep.
All right.
I did the math. It's right.
The bolt clips the wolf. Wait, is is it a bolt? I thought it was a short sword attack.
It's a short sword.
Okay. The short sword doesn't fire crossbow bolts. That would be
He's
no,
an assassin. It's amazing.
yeah.
Yes.
All right. So the blade clips the wolf, and the wolf snarls, and then slowly kind of like turns kind of off color and flops to the ground. Aragol has successfully assassinated one wolf.
Nice.
He is officially a wolf assassin.
She'll call him Aragol, Wolf Killer.
Yeah, you can see Lina's jaw is like on the floor. She cannot believe what is happening with this meek little dude. All right, and that is Aragol's turn.
I don't think I even knew that this sword was poison.
I thought it was jam.
I should stop licking it.
He's
Oh my
probably immune.
God.
It's like iocane powder.
Elevor, you are next.
I am next.
You still
One
got
sec.
3 spectral wolves of your original 8. Just so we're clear, you guys are allowed to name one NPC or monster after me per level. And so like
see, you keep adding naming rules. You said that we could only name like 5 different characters, and so I chose Tony for all of them so that I could go
I'm just
past
saying
that
it's a
rule.
little confusing to me
Pony.
because
Mhm.
first off, there's Tony Cindelarnt. Sorry,
Pony.
Pony Cindelarnt.
Cindelarnt,
Pony.
which clearly is not your
legally
name.
which is not your name at all.
No.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what? You're
like
right.
the
This is not
opposite.
me. I'll compensate inside my head.
Okay, let's see. What I want to do now is see if
This is me compensating.
that's how I compensate too.
Oh,
Okay, let's see. I am going to do an action. I just need to. Oh, perfect. Got plenty of speed. All right. Tony
Yes.
1.
oh, not. Excuse me.
Tony 1 and Tony 2 are going to run over to Wolfman Jack.
Is Tony 2 going to take an attack from Direwolf 7, though? Because he was
Why?
right next to him.
I don't think they were engaged with them.
No, I feel like I was up higher too.
Yeah,
But
I think
maybe
they
not.
were engaged with a wolf that is now dead.
I don't
They were
actually
just
know how
casually-
big they're supposed to be on the
They were
map
just
anyway.
casually seeing each other. They
Yeah,
weren't
it's fine.
engaged.
Don't worry about it. Tony 1 and Tony 2 break off and bolt across the field of battle in the direction.
Oh, Tony,
of the
I
giant.
just realized something.
Yeah.
We have to undo that because the wolves have their own turn, don't they? I can't move the wolves on my turn. They have to move on their own turn.
No, they do move on your turn.
No, they move on your turn. You're thinking
Remember,
of the.
I had to roll. No, I had to roll initiative for them.
Well, they aren't in the initiative
not-
order
they're
now.
not
They're not in the
so-
initiative order anymore, but I promise you that last time
Damn it.
they had initiative because it actually says in I'll just to be so that I'm for sure about this. I'm going to go to the spell,
Mhm.
and the spell is called Conjure Animals, and it says
I probably deleted
Uh,
the wolf that was in the initiative order.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah,
Roll
so it
initiative
says,
for the summoned creatures as a group, which has its own turns.
yeah. Thank you.
Do we know what their initiative was? Do we have a recording of that episode?
It
mean,
might
Sure,
yes,
I'll
but-
just listen to all of it right now.
Does someone have
Hey,
the video
live
of it
stream.
that they can flip to just that part in the video? Hold on. This is a solvable problem.
Can we give them an
yes.
initiative of 14? Because that's
Hold
just
on.
what I rolled on this die.
I got it.
That
Give me
could
two-
work.
Oh God, nope, that was a bad idea.
Uh-oh.
Everything is fine.
Is there an undo? The Wolves had an initiative of 14, says Simon Welsh.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Simon Welsh.
Thank
Simon
you.
Welsh, you gain inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yay!
Simon Welsh, we would name an NPC after you, except it's Barovia, and you do not
don't
want
want
that.
Aragon
Wait,
just
so-
mentions, just in case I do not live, you should know my middle name is Simon. Canon.
I have a
There you
question.
go.
So players, according to the rules, are allowed to share inspiration with each other, like give your inspiration up to another player. Can a viewer on the live stream
Oh, wow.
give their inspiration to a player?
Oh,
I was about
Absolutely.
to say,
Absolutely. However, due to the slight delay of the live stream and whether they happen to be watching or not, that may or may not be useful for you.
That's true.
I was
Curious.
gonna just say we've made it through 2 turns so far, but we haven't even made it through the second turn yet.
We have made it through one turn, Dan.
Tuesday
And that-
night.
6
and that
seconds.
was Aragal, Simon,
An
the assassin.
NPC.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Wolf management ain't easy.
Oh, that's right. So
Do you want to move the wolf to the right place in the order too, Tony?
if
While
I
you're at it.
do, what was it? If I do if I can do a spell that doesn't require
Concentration.
Spell slot.
concentration.
A
Correct.
spell? No, not concentration. A spell slot.
No, but he has not
No, no,
cast
I'm
a
sorry.
Dan,
spell
he has
on
not
his
cast
turn.
a spell on his turn.
Okay. Sorry, you were. I thought you were clarifying the rule we discussed earlier.
Right.
No, he's
I
clarifying the information that's pertinent to him now.
I understand, Dan, where your confusion came from, and I get
Totally
I
makes
know
sense.
what you were saying.
You
So
know,
I was-
this is all just for the record. This is Erica's fault because of the hockey comment.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
there's really not a whole lot. Yeah, but there's really not a whole lot I can do right now.
I
Wait.
bet you can, because you're one of the few people that can actually cast magic damage at the
Yes.
Wolfman thing.
Yeah, but nothing.
Just
I
produce
can
a flame.
move. I can move.
Yeah, or even just like a
And
cantrip.
Are we kind of going all out here? Should I use up my spell slots?
So I mean, a lot of our damage dealers only have weapons and they're not magical, so we can't hurt him at all.
Okay, so I just need to kind of go all out here. All right.
Yeah.
So I have
Um,
magic weapon. I can also magic somebody's weapon if somebody is next to me.
I'm gonna cast. Can I? Okay, let's see. I think I can. All right.
You should magic Pony
use action
Cinderlarn's
to make
hooves.
a melee spell attack.
Not really.
I don't think that's
Perfect.
optimal.
All right. I am gonna cast Flame Blade.
Ooh.
So it has. Oh no, I can't. I thought I could make it appear somewhere.
No, that's spiritual weapon.
Fooey
I'm thinking
gooey.
of.
All right, then here we go. I just got to use my last 3rd level spell slot. I cast Lightning Bolt.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to do a deck
Me?
save.
Me personally?
Yes.
Yes,
Cast
Tony.
it on the dungeon manager.
Cannon.
Cannon.
You, the Wolfman Jack
Mhm.
needs to make a deck save of 14.
All right. He rolled a critical fail.
Yay! Let's roll.
I liked the previous session when you guys were getting murdered by wolves much better than this
There's
session.
still time.
Don't
Thanks,
worry, we'll
Tony.
be back to that
Oh,
soon.
that's terrible. I only gave you 18 damage with 8d6.
That's
Wow.
not 86.
I wish it was.
Lightning
That's a lot of
pours from
twos.
Elivor's finger and courses across the battleground, just narrowly avoiding Androdite, and makes contact with the giant hulking wolf man monstrosity. The smell of cooking fur and burnt flesh wafts over all of you. The wolf man looks unwell. He's breathing heavily. His fur is scorched and burnt in multiple places. One of his eyes is just kind of fused closed, and he looks unhappy.
Ooh, his depth perception will be messed up a little bit.
Indeed, were you to offer to throw a frisbee to him, he would be impeded. He would be at disadvantage for catching it.
And that's all Elivor's going to do.
All right, Imra. You and Lina Delina are near the wolf creature. It is you and Pony Cinderlart against the greatest of monsters available in this battle at the moment.
I am unsure if I'm aware of the magical requirement for doing damage?
I think you were there, like around that
Yeah.
same spot when
Somebody probably shouted something about it.
Yeah. And you're a ranger, so I kind of feel like if anyone would have the sense to put it together, it might be you.
you
Okay.
are also the
All right.
most sensible person in the party.
Correct.
By kind of a lot.
Low bar.
Wow. All right. I want to.
2 of these wolves have Bane cast on them.
Is that what those are? The skull.
I mean, if
We
you
will
wanted to
probably
just come
take a
over and-
long rest after this. Yeah.
well, we
That
were
was
trying
the
to take a
goal.
long
Hopefully.
rest now.
Do we even get to sleep before this
No,
happens?
we haven't
Nope.
yet.
Nope.
This is
Okay.
like you were getting ready to cook dinner and someone mentioned wolves and wolves attacked you.
All right, I'm gonna try to mark it as with my hunter's mark at the 2nd level.
The horrible wolf monster.
The horrible wolf monster,
All right.
and
You can pull that
That's
extra
a-
axe right off my back and run in.
ooh, that's true. That doesn't require a roll or anything. It just happens, right?
Hunter's mark,
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to pull out my magic longsword plus
That's
1.
right. You have a magic sword.
Yep. And I'm going to carefully but swiftly step around the fire, and I'm going to try to hit it with my longsword.
All right.
13.
Yeah, you clop one of his
What?
arms. Roll me damage.
Holy shnikes, I didn't think that would work. All right, so I get an extra D6 for because it's marked. And it's not my most damaging, but that's 11 points of magic.
You slice the wolf creature's right claw, arm, hand off.
Wow.
And the
On his
creature-
right claw arm hand.
I have a way with words. It's not a good way, but it's a way.
It's a way. where
It's
there's
a way,
will.
people. Yes, you slice off his right hand. A horrible wolf-like claw drops to the forest floor, and the creature howls. And with that, all of the wolves start to back up.
Okay.
So they're taking attacks of opportunity. Is that what's happening?
I think so. You can roll attacks of opportunity. The creature, the wolf creature, standing next to Imra. It's like it's shrinking before you. You are looking up at it as you slice its arm off, and then suddenly it's at eye level with you, and suddenly there is just a humanoid form, minus one hand, slumped on the floor in front of you.
Ah. This is alarming.
The wolves retreat.
I am alarmed.
I am alarmed.
What? The wolves retreat?
Yes.
I think
I think
So
we
we-
let him go.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Get
tried to
outta
attack
here,
one
you
and I rolled a
smelly
1.
Wolves.
So
All right. You swing and miss at a wolf Broldish, but you kind of make it look like you didn't want to hit him anyway.
I was just
And
stopping.
stay out.
Stretching.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 20 to hit a wolf on the way out.
All right. Roll damage on that wolf, Dan.
It wasn't allowed with 6.
Okay. You clip a wolf.
You clip a wolf.
And
That-
stay out.
That wolf still has more than 20 hit points as it runs into the darkness, and it will remember you.
Oh God! Now you have 2 enemies.
Oh my god, now that Revenant's gonna show up riding a wolf.
I mean, one of the enemies is just a wolf. The
Don't
other
give
one
him
is
ideas.
the other is a revenant. I just feel like you should, they're occurring at different levels that you need to worry about.
I feel like
And
what
so-
Brodish learned from this
Priorities.
battle is that casting Bane is just a waste because you should just keep hitting things.
I think the problem with Bane is that it requires the saving throw, and then
Yeah.
you kind of got like
Yep.
it's a little underpowered.
And so you have a moment to catch your breath just as the sun is setting deep behind the trees, leaving the valley of Barovia, big Barovia, in darkness. And with darkness comes the fog creeping in through the woods as you find yourself huddled on the side of the road without a campfire lit yet, with a weird, now armless, disheveled man.
If
he
we
alive?
gather round the campfire, to perhaps
And sing our
interrogate
campfire
this
song?
person,
I feel like
I was going
Elevor
to
could just
spend-
light the campfire.
I was
Yeah,
going to
of course.
spend 10 minutes to cast a prayer of healing on all of us.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to stack some wolf corpses while you do that.
As I cast Create Bonfire.
Ha.
Do the spectral wolves go away?
Yes, I disperse the spectral wolves remaining 21, 22, and 27. And
They served you well.
I'm rolling a medicine check on this this
It's a
thing, person,
5-foot
humanoid.
bonfire.
I got a 14.
All right. So this creature, Broldish, seems to be incapacitated. As far as you can tell, it's unconscious. Seems to have lost a lot of blood from the, you can determine that someone has cut off its hand.
I mean,
Broldish.
I would like to stabilize him and tie him up.
All right. As far as you can tell, this person is a human, but that is feels like you have other data that would contest that assessment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we recognize him or them?
Give me a quick perception or history checks or whatever. Give me some checks, people.
Okay, that was.
I'm just saying I
on the
probably would
die,
not.
So
14 on history.
I don't think any of you are familiar with this particular person.
Let me add that everybody Irina didn't take any damage in that fight, right?
Correct.
Okay, so
I did
everybody,
not.
including Aragal, because I believe there are 6 of us, gets 12 hit points.
wonderful.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yes. thank
Ooh,
you.
I'm back up to max.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not, but are we going to have a short rest, at least long enough to use some hit dice before we go to sleep? Or before we try to go to sleep?
Need more healing.
Yes, I
How
am
much?
currently at 46 out of 54.
Here, take.
I could do cure wounds.
I mean, I could also do cure wounds on myself, but I'd rather just use a hit die and then get it back after a long rest.
Yeah, you'll get the spells back.
Oh, that's
too.
true. The spells come back after. But if we don't get a long rest, I'd rather have the
Yeah,
spell in my
fair.
pocket than a hit die in my pocket.
Can I do a check on this kind?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Animal handling?
Dungeoneering?
Did we medically stabilize?
Yeah. Yes.
Them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Stabilized.
Okay.
Brol-
Okay.
Broldish has provided.
I mean, maybe nature. Does
Rel-
anyone
yeah,
know what
religion?
manner of creature this is?
Religion or Arcana or something?
I think. Wait. What is my favorite enemy?
Is it trees?
It's
I think
undead,
trees.
isn't it?
I think it's undead. Yeah, undead. So it doesn't.
This does
apply
not seem to be
this.
undead.
Yeah.
Survival?
I'm just gonna do a perception check. How's that?
All right.
We'll just start there. So I'll start with perception. That's 17 to see what I can ascertain of this creature.
This creature appears to be, I think, based on their current form and what you have seen before, seems like they're some kind of shapeshifter. In that you saw them in a, more
One
animal-like
shape,
form
another-
before.
another shape.
They seem to have a lot of wolf-like characteristics. Yeah.
But fewer than previously.
Yeah, right now, as far as you can tell, the creature before you appears to just be a badly wounded human, basically clad in rags with a bandaged stump where its right hand was.
Any
If I-
sort of weaponry or
No,
any
none.
belongings?
No weaponry or belongings. A basically like a crude loincloth that barely,
How do they react?
the amount of clothing that would compensate for both a human and wolf occupant.
How do they react if I approach them with a shaving razor?
Well, right now they're unconscious, so
Oh.
not at
Can
all.
So not at
what
all.
kind of check would I make to determine if I had perhaps heard or encountered a creature like this?
Wow, creature, this may be a man.
They're still a creature.
Creatures
And
are-
a jerk.
Arcana, religion.
I don't know.
nature?
Give me a good argument for something.
Well, clearly there is some sort of magical property to this person
Mm-hmm.
if they are shapeshifting. So I would suspect either religion or Arcana might be a good place to start.
Okay.
I'll try religion
Try Arcana. why
and
not?
get a 10.
Critical 20 on
Whoa.
Arcana.
Nice.
All right. I will tell you with a critical 20 on Arcana, you would be familiar with the curse of lycanthropy. which is because the magic nature of this is that a creature can be cursed. Basically, lycanthropes can, if one is wounded by a lycanthrope, one has the chance of becoming a lycanthrope, a curse that can only be removed by the remove curse spell. And there are a variety of lycanthropes out there, Crucible. They're all various humanoids that at certain types of day, it seems like you're familiar with it as a magic that may be linked to the moon. Creatures transform either into animals or hybrids of human and animals. And you have heard of now that you're thinking about it, like, there's wereboars, there's wererats, there's weretigers. It doesn't seem wild to assume that there might be a werewolf.
No, that seems crazy.
You haven't read about that, though.
Never heard about it. So knowing that, before we do go into our long rest, I am going to make a note of that and prepare the remove curse spell for tomorrow.
Couldn't you use that to remove the horrible affliction you have where a revenant's hunting you?
Can I?
No, I don't. I thought we looked up something and it was like a level 9 spell was needed to
I
get
feel
you
like
free.
it was
Oh,
wish.
it was wish. Wish.
Oh,
is wish.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Remove curse is a 3rd level spell.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no one in Barovia has lived long enough to cast Wish except probably the Dread Vampire Lord.
Yeah.
That guy.
Strahd von Zarovich, he's casting that every day.
Yeah.
Things are great for him.
He just uses it to like eat ice cream, though, is the worst part.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what is this magical substance? And no.
It's red blood ice cream. Canon.
Well, the brute looks like he's out for now. I'd say bind his hands, but
I already did.
he only has the one.
Well, I was going to say
but
feet.
we can at least bind his feet.
We
Yeah.
should perhaps remember to set a watch so that we
Oh,
ensure
yeah.
he is not.
It had literally never occurred to me that we wouldn't set a watch.
Right, exactly.
That's the first order of we set
Yeah.
we set watches inside in Barovia.
Yeah, you
And
guys
we
were staying
did.
in a Holiday Inn, and you guys had a sleeping
My
order.
first watch, I was 3.
Yeah,
The watch has never ended.
yeah. Watchmaker means something different in Barovia.
I
Canon.
was merely suggesting that perhaps the watch might consider watching them as well as watching everything else.
This is true.
And so you make arrangements on how you are going to sleep next to this horrible beast, and you do that. You awaken. The sky is always overcast and gloomy in Barovia, but there's just a little bit of sunlight pushing through the clouds. There's the sound of birds chirping, and it is morning in Barovia. Do you know where your children are?
Hopefully, yes.
You
if
are
yet
here.
unborn.
There is a now awake, surly-looking man tied up next to the campfire, scowling at you. And I have news, people. You know what that news is?
What?
We know who it is.
You've leveled up.
Yes.
I like that no one asked if it was good news or bad news. You just assumed it was bad news, didn't you?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
100%.
Yep. That is the place I want you operating from in this adventure. Everything is bad, even the good news. For with level 6 comes new horrors. The horrors that perhaps you've wasted the previous 5 levels of your life. Because what have you really done with them? Have you spent them doing good or just getting by? And if things are so great, why are you in Barovia? Those are really
Good
just
question.
deep introspective questions for you. They were not meant to sound like the exciting questions I ask at the end of the session.
Double proficiency. Woo.
Do people wish to announce any of their fun level 6 things that they have now? Did I get the number right?
I would like
Yeah,
that
it's a certain
because
number.
it's always nice to know what other people, unless you want to keep it hidden, like to pull it out at a very dramatic
Yeah,
moment.
like if
but
some of you are werewolves. Speaking of, who got attacked by this werewolf?
None of us.
Question.
I hope
given
Argyle
that
didn't.
we increased our hit point maximum, I assume we are healed up to that maximum.
oh yeah, I'm gonna roll for that. Although I've rolled 2 1s on this die for hit dice, so
I am doing a bold dungeon manager strategy of writing down that you are now level 6 instead of asking you every 3 weeks. What level are you
What
guys
level
again?
are you?
Let's see how it works out.
No pressure.
I did this so long ago, I don't remember what I actually added.
So I now have double proficiency at stealth and sleight of hand checks.
I literally don't even know what double proficiency is.
This means double your proficiency bonus.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
It's not like double advantage
Wow.
or something.
So other folks might call it expertise, but I like to be doubly proficient.
I am now resistant to fire damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
I really didn't see
Also,
that.
in theory, while wearing heavy armor, I gain a +1 bonus to AC, but since my armor is part of me, it doesn't count.
I have advantage against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement, so that's cool.
I just like the idea
Go.
that you have advantage against all plants. It's like, I hate them. My enemies.
I can never get poison ivy. I'm a self-hating druid.
Yeah, I'm a druid who hates plants. See, what do our other friends have?
I literally do not remember what I added. I did this like 4 months ago.
Have you been level 6 this whole time?
No, but I copied my character sheet and leveled it up like in November or something.
Oh god.
That's fair.
Well, because Tony was like, maybe soon you'll level up. You should be ready. And I've been ready.
Yes, same.
And it hasn't happened.
I have.
I say a lot of things.
Brildish now has an aura of protection. So whenever I
Ooh.
or a friendly creature within 10 feet of me must make a saving throw, that creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to my charisma modifier, which
Nice.
is +2. But I have to be
Cool.
conscious to grant the bonus. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Spell slot.
Actively
And
charismatic
I can now
Brildish.
So
channel
yeah.
divinity twice.
Ooh. Cool.
All right. So, anything else we need to figure out? Everyone's good.
I think natural recovery is new as well. Once per long rest, during a short rest, I can choose expended spell slots to recover. So during a short rest, I can get some spell slots back.
Oh, good.
As long as
Oh,
they
nice.
have a combined level of up to 3. So that's pretty nice.
I think wizards get that much earlier.
Wizards, I am not.
All right. I'm curious to see what you're going to do next.
Yeah.
Magic.
Well, is our new friend awake?
Hey,
Yeah.
friendo.
He looks unhappy at you because, you cut off his arm and tied him up.
Yeah, well, he deserved
Well,
it.
Don't come at
Hey,
me, bro.
why did you try to kill us?
And why were you a wolf?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Oh, does
brother.
it seem like a good idea now?
Meh.
Sorry, could you say that again? I missed that.
Meh.
Is that your name?
No. Do you just start yelling your name at people when you're angry?
No, but I also don't turn into a wolf and jump travelers.
Well,
Yeah, that.
you're in our territory. You should know better.
Who's our?
Ooh, our who?
This is children of midnight territory. I don't know what you think you're doing.
I've never heard of you.
Now, when you say Children of Midnight, is this like any spooky kind of person, or are we talking?
This is my
sort of
pack.
it's like a wolf thing you got going.
Mm.
Are there more like you, or are they all just like the wolves that we fought?
Hundreds. They're gonna come for you. Eat your blood.
Insight check. That's an 11.
Yeah,
All right.
seems plausible.
I'll roll an insight check too, because I like my blood. And I'd like it to stay where it is. Thanks. 17.
Unconvincing, Elevor.
Okay.
Would you, friend, perhaps like to not turn into a wolf?
I'm
Because
happy with who I am. Don't you dare take that away from me.
Whoa.
Well,
Very
it
well.
seems like you're misusing it, so why don't you make the case?
What is wrong with you people?
What's wrong with you?
That's there a
We're really
lot.
into social justice.
Why,
We get
why
that
do
a
you,
lot.
Why do you talk so much?
We were just trying to have a nice night and level up, and you attacked us. That is not okay.
We prefer talking to
I
growl.
follow my chieftain's orders. He wants you dead. and so you will die.
Why
Well, then
does
how
he
come he
want
didn't
us
come?
particular dead, or is it just any travelers?
I don't know. I'm not the kind of guy who asks a lot of questions like you people. Why don't you go ask him? And then he'll murder you. And then you'll be happy, I guess.
So,
Not
chieftain,
that happy.
That doesn't
is
make
the
sense.
chieftain like you?
What do you mean?
Like a jerk?
You know, does he kind of go all wolfy?
We are of the claw, yes. My
Okay, of the
people.
claw. Gotcha. Chieftain is as well. Now,
We
is the
we have the
chieftain-
blessing of midnight. Not like you would understand.
You're right. I don't understand, but I am curious. So
Do you
you
have
said
some
that
reading
the chieftain sent you. Does that mean that the chieftain knew we were here? Or is it just kind of a general sort of, you see anybody along the path, you go after them sort of thing?
We heard that there were important travelers on the road and we were to deal with them.
Okay.
I
so
feel
they
like
might
you've got
know
the
who we
wrong team,
are.
dude.
Yeah, we're not really all that important, my man.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
You
might have
you killed many of my pack. They will come in greater numbers the next night.
We really
only
You
didn't.
will
them
answer
because
for
they
this
attacked-
violence.
Most
they
of them ran
attacked us
away.
First is the thing. It
You
wasn't
are
as if
on
we
our,
were sort of
this is our
traipsing-
hunting grounds that you dare trespass on.
I didn't see a sign.
Yeah, you really didn't leave a sign unless you just urinated everywhere, in which case I wasn't in bear form, so I didn't know that.
Literally, it's just a road.
All
Yeah, that's what I
All
thought.
right. I think that we should leave him like this,
Hmm.
tied up.
Concur. I could remove his affliction, but it seems he does not want that, and I cannot determine if that punishment would be too severe as a result.
You know, if I had a unicorn rug, we could wrap him in it, but alas.
You would give up the unicorn rug?
I would not let that
Okay,
happen.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
It
I
also
wouldn't
sounds like
actually.
whatever is afflicting him, he's able to get it back. So
Elevor, just to be clear, it's probably bad luck to wrap a werewolf in a unicorn rug. It's probably that's I mean, just, you know, by the infinite monkeys process, that's got to be the first step of like at least 4 different processes or rituals. You know?
yeah, so
I just
werewolves
wanted to
go in
bring
the
up-
werewolf rug. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it doesn't match, and that's
This
weird.
is wrong.
That is step 1 on summoning the werewolf god, though, Jane. So watch out.
I don't know what to do with this.
Free
don't-
me.
Yeah.
Let's
Why
just leave
would
him
we do
behind.
that?
No, definitely not.
We are no.
Can
Stop
we maybe
talking.
can we take some time to dig a hole and put him in it just so his head's out, but everything else is underneath?
And
Wow.
What,
gag
he's
him.
like your dad at the beach? Is that what? Like,
Right.
Yes.
I'm having dad issues. Elevor's having dad issues right
Yeah.
now.
So as fun as that sounds, I think we might want to maximize our travel time
Mhm.
while the sun is up
Yep.
before the moon rises and more of these moon jerks come for us.
Brildish is going to
Midnight
gag
jerks.
him, and then we will
We have
leave.
your scent. You will answer
He's
for
not,
this.
he's not saying this because Brildish gagged him.
We have your.
So, can I use... Okay,
I still want to dig a hole.
easy
but-
there.
That would take too long.
Can I essentially...
magic.
Can we do we have like a chain or something?
We have rope.
Okay, that's not-
Nature's chain.
So I can forge something. Can I
Nature's
essentially use
chain.
my channel divinity artisan's blessing, which lets me essentially create simple metal items? Can I create a chain and a spike so I can like essentially attach them to this rock?
This is very demeaning.
Can you do it out of silver?
I mean, if we have silver,
Yeah, do you
Oh.
have silver? Dan, do you walk around with raw material as part of your practice?
I mean, I
Your
am a
whole thing.
priest of the forge, so
so you probably have some like rods and of steel and
basically all I need to do is as
Dan,
part
I
of
don't know.
this ritual-
Dan, you didn't send me any pre-reading on smelting for this adventure, so I'm
I
just
bet all he
like,
has to do
this
is
is on
chew.
you.
As part of this ritual, you must lay out metal, which can include coins with a value equal to the creation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I can just use, I mean, a chain is not very expensive. I could use a couple gold pieces and essentially turn it into a chain.
A gold chain.
Doesn't have to be out of gold.
Well, isn't
That's
it?
just- it's
Isn't that what
magical.
the?
Give you some
There
silver
is
pieces.
something very
It's
this group
magic.
about like binding a werewolf in a gold chain.
True.
Just to be clear, I don't think the gold does not have any power over werewolves. Gold is not
Yeah.
famous as being one of your stronger
Also,
metals.
Just
I don't
to be
have any
clear,
silver.
Just to be clear, I'm not literally making it. The metal irretrievably coalesces and transforms into the creation of the ritual's
Oh.
end, magically forming even non-metal parts of the creation.
Oh, okay.
This is magic.
So why did you have to start with coins as a base ingredient?
It has to be the same
It has to be
value.
a form of metal,
value.
and you have to guess the value of gold pieces, essentially.
Okay. So
it can make
gold
anything
pieces
that's-
are a convenient way to carry value. That is
Yes.
the nature of currency, but also as a magical ingredient.
It's fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can make anything. I can make things that are worth up to 100 gold pieces, basically.
Can you
All
make an egg?
Like a Fabergé egg?
Like a chicken egg? No, like a chicken egg
I
with the
can't-
yolk?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. It'll take me an hour to do this, basically, but I can do it while everybody's packing up and getting ready.
So you are going to forge a collar and chain and spike and leave this poor wretched soul chained to a rock for an
His
eagle to
buddies
come
will
eat its
find him
liver.
eventually.
Okay.
He's
And a
also
gag?
still tied up with rope and
I'm
gagged.
just, I think the nature of justice is a complicated one, but some of the choices that you make are more interesting than others.
His people
Maybe
are going to
his
find him. He
hundreds
said
of
it.
werewolf friends will come to rescue him.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
He
He's got
assured us
plenty.
that his friends were on the way, so this isn't so bad.
That's true.
I mean, you've physically healed him. He's not going to bleed out. It would take a long time for him to starve to death, and theoretically, he's not far from home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The other, if we want
Is this what winning is?
Yeah, and he has a delicious gag to nosh on.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Also, if we want to make this somewhat simpler, Tony, what I can do is craft like a pair of manacles, essentially, and just manacle his feet.
That seems less demeaning than what you were intending.
We'll go with that. It only costs 2 gold pieces to make manacles.
All right.
Yeah.
That's like provided on the chart for you?
Well, no, it's you make anything in the equipment list.
Oh,
like
okay.
that's made of metal, so it only costs 2 gold pieces to buy manacles. So, here we go.
Please, Dan, they're wericles.
Mm.
Oh god.
Thank you, Jane.
Personicles.
That sounds wrong.
That does sound wrong. Okay, so I spent my hour and used my channel divinities.
All right, you all packed up and ate breakfast while watching Crucible.
I forged.
Yep.
Forge.
I
Yeah.
love the idea of just chomping on a biscuit while we're just watching him do some weird
Couple good berries.
stuff.
I find it
forge
really,
stuff.
really fascinating. I'm watching
Yeah.
very, very closely.
Yeah, we're all just like sitting and eating bread and just like watching him make manacles.
Ooh, chung, 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 chung. Ooh, chung, chung, chung.
I may be forgetting to eat my bread.
Do you think all of the men who are like him can do this?
That's a good question.
It's like doing a little blessing over it,
Yeah.
all that jazz. He doesn't need to eat anyways, so.
Brildish is like
Jazz
very,
hands.
very like
That's
in
how
a
he
little way,
finishes
just like
it.
trying to move her hands in the same way that Crucible is, like
Oh,
just
that's so
quietly.
sweet.
So I've taken you back to the map of Barovia. You see yourselves camped out there?
Yep.
Yep.
Good Barovia.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I think you know that you want to start heading west. Is that your plan?
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Correct.
All right. So several hours of travel, not that many, we'll say like 1.5, pass, and you find yourself at a place that you know, or a place that those of you native to Barovia or well-traveled in it expected to find, that being a bit of a crossroads here. The main Old Svalich Road continues to the west, but there's a bit of a footpath that heads to the north, and there is a side road that heads off to the south here. You also know that it is not too far ahead, Barovian residents, before the Old Svalich Road turns north and crosses over a river, and that this is basically kind of an intersection of a lot of paths here. So you know that the Wizards of Wine Winery is off to the southwest. Kresk is due west. Did I show you Kresk on the map?
What a name.
I don't think so.
You
Yeah,
might be
it's-
able, if
it's
you
little.
zoom out,
There it is.
Oh,
To
yeah,
the
you'll
west.
see some
Okay.
things. And I think, Lina Dulina, you knew that there is a lake roughly north of where you are.
Yep.
So, this begs the question, what are you doing with your lives
I ask
Or at
myself
least-
that every day.
at this intersection?
I think that we were leaning towards going to check out the winery
That
because
was
of
the
the
last thing we
clue.
talked.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
also because it worries us what else that town will turn into if they don't have booze.
Yeah.
True.
You had also discussed the idea, I think, of trying to find Rictavio.
Rictavio.
Rictavio, this adventure secretly about Rictavio. He's the one character I really care about.
I don't think
you guys
it's
are
a
here
secret.
too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Oh,
I feel
Hi.
good. Feel good. Hi, Tony.
He
Winery.
loves us. He let us level up.
Yeah.
I
True.
kind of
I really tried to
wanna-
murder you with wolves, and you somehow defeated them.
I kind of want to try to find Rictavio. Kind
I
of.
would be okay with that because he might know a bit about the wine situation.
Yeah,
he might
and
have come across the wine delivery, perhaps being almost in process or something in his travels.
I'm fine with us looking for Rictavio, but let's not delude ourselves that he's going to be useful.
True.
I'm Brolish. I'm all about deluding myself.
and I do wonder how, because it did seem like he was a little reluctant to talk given the environment. Not like in
Oh.
general reluctant to talk, but he kind of was evasive. So I don't know if it was his character or
The
because of where
situation.
we were. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a
I
good
kind of
point.
want to see if we can get more information from him before we head anywhere else. I don't know that we'll
I'm
be
down.
able to, but
I'm totally down. I think that's great.
Yeah. So do we think we have a sense of where he is based on right now?
Well, you thought there was a lake to the north. We know he has a tower on a lake.
That's true.
But we don't know how far away that tower is.
Do we know how far away the lake is?
Does Lina might
like an
Well,
inch.
it's like morning, so we would probably, regardless, be able to get there at a march
Okay.
if we are decisive.
Yeah, let's
Let's
head
do it.
north. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it.
Let's think about it first.
No, go home.
All right, fine.
All right. I don't totally know what's happening.
We're heading
as-
north.
We're going
We're
north.
heading north. All right. You leave the safety of the old Svalich Road, heading into
Safety.
Excuse me?
the relative safety of the old Svalich Road, heading into an old game trail, twisting and turning through the woods. And after but an hour, you arrive on the shores of a cold, gloomy-looking lake.
So basically a lake in Barovia.
Hey,
A Barovian lake.
yes.
Check.
So, you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. Even from here, you can tell the stone tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side, where a large gash has split open the wall. There's some time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perched across the buttresses that support the walls, and parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a barrel-top wagon painted with bright colors, faded with time, and splattered with mud.
That's not very cheery.
Mm-mm.
So you stand on the edge of the woods. There's this little spit of land that connects to an island with this,
Ah,
know, it
someone
looks
just
like
spit
it's-
on me.
it's kind of a 3 or 4 story stone tower standing on the island.
Well, that's
In the
a
distance.
tower on a lake.
It certainly seems to match the description.
Elivor, go knock.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
Elivor approaches the tower and knocks.
All right. Elivor, you cross the little spit of a marshy ground
Why do people keep spitting?
and arrive at the door. Now, I will just share with you an image of the door because the door is somewhat strange. Elivor, there is a knocker, but it does seem to be kind of lacking in your traditional accoutrements for a door in terms of a doorknob, visible hinges, and there's
Oh,
a
God.
rather strange set of etchings in the on the middle of the door. There's like a weird circle with strange symbols arranged around it, kind of in a clock-like manner, and then lines zigzagging back and forth across the this graven circular image. And as I should mention, there is next to the dilapidated tower. Sorry, there's next to the dilapidated tower. There is a wagon. I will share this image of the wagon with you as well.
I'm going
Wagon and
to
a
holler
tower.
at Elevor and say, be sure to ask the dwarf if it's a mimic.
And then Elivor laughs.
It says yes.
And then the door laughs, and then everyone's laughing.
These pictures
We're
have
all laughing.
these pictures have names, so now I know whose wagon that is.
Oh, sorry.
Just
This
saying.
looks like a set of instructions. You know, you have to do those gestures in that order.
Wait, other people are at the door too?
No. No.
Lena's just theorizing.
Lena has really good eyesight.
Yeah.
Eagle eyes.
Okay, so I'm not paying attention to this wagon because I'm busy focusing on this door.
Mhm.
Elivor, so earlier I said Elivor walks up and knocks on the door, but the thing is I didn't take my fingers off the chess piece. So I approach the door to knock, and as I see these interesting markings,
Your hand stops
my
inches
hand
from the knocker.
it does. And Micah rolls Arcana.
All right.
I think Crucible will follow Elevor too, because
Does anyone else?
So
he would do.
everybody has good eyes.
I don't.
Crucible's just wandering
Oh,
up when
you're
they told Elevor
following
to
literally.
go knock. Crucible's like, that sounds like a very good idea.
What's 16 plus 4? I believe it's 20 for Arcana.
All right. So you are staring at the tower door. And I am going to tell you, first off, you have a very weird kind of feeling on the back of your neck, Elevor, that tells you this whole area is warded.
Okay, that's good to know.
With an anti-magic field.
Oh God. So I turn around and I say, we're looking at some wards here, some sort of magical wards. Yeah, so you know, just be aware.
And
Right.
you do think that there may be some kind of strange magic going on with the door, and that the anti-magic ward around the tower would keep you from using your traditional magic ways of opening a door, such as
Knock.
unlock, lightning bolt, fireball.
Let me can
Etc.
I make an inquiry about that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a chicken and egg problem. Would a dispel magic work on an anti-magic ward, or is it prohibited
Whoa.
because it's magic?
Deep.
You might want to look up what how does the anti-magic field spell works.
Can I do that as a
Yeah.
character?
Can the rest of us also amble up when
Yeah,
we see
you're all-
them just like standing and
So you're standing around the ruined old tower. The tower is, so it's a nice 80 feet tall. There's this fancy wagon parked next to it. Anyone want to give me your perception check on any element of the things sitting around here?
I'm looking at the wagon.
All right.
Just kind of like I'm not walking up to it. I'm standing, a bit behind Elevor, and like I'm not letting anybody get too far away from me. But I'm looking over at the wagon because I think that's more interesting to Broldish.
Sure.
My perception. So that's a 20.
Wow, that's really good, Brolish.
Yeah, I
Broldish-
really like wagons.
The wagon, Broldish, this is like the best wagon you've ever seen. It's kind of very nicely crafted, and it's got these big wagon wheels, and it's got, this is the kind of wagon that like someone potentially could like live in, right? Like this is a sleeper wagon. This is not just a cargo wagon. And the paint is old, but it looks like it was probably real nice at one point. There's like a big stylized R painted on one side. And
Ooh.
you rolled a 20. I'm going to tell you this. There's also some interesting footprints in the ground coming and going from the wagon to the tower.
Hey guys, I think somebody lives in that wagon, or at least has been in it recently. Just over there. It's a really cool wagon. If there's nobody in it, can we take it? Does it look like it could be pulled by a pony, you guys think?
Ooh.
Was there a name on the side?
There's an
Of
R.
the wagon, there's a stylized R.
well, I mean,
Okay.
he did travel from, the town here, so
Mhm. I mean, maybe Rictavio's in the wagon and not in the tower.
Tony, I can tell you that an anti-magic field does a dispel magic spell will not work.
Because it's magic?
It's specifically called out as it has no effect on the sphere. A dispel magic spell. Also, an anti-magic field is a level 8 spell.
All right.
I've learned a lot about this, and it is scary.
And just to mention, Dan, it would probably occur to Crucible, who lives in towers. Crucible.
Hags.
Batman's.
That was a windmill. That was totally different. So
what is a windmill but a tower with a flags?
Would I know enough about this? Like, does Crucible know what I know about this spell, or does Crucible just know there's an anti-magic field?
Let's assume that Crucible knows most of what you know.
Okay.
But I was just going to suggest that, for example, the anti-magic field may be a characteristic of the tower's construction long ago.
Lina is going to start making the gestures indicated on the door.
Hey, Macarena.
Which probably looks absolutely ridiculous.
Lina, just a few things. Could you describe, for the benefit of our listening audience, what the gestures on the door look like, or at least how is Lina interpreting them?
Imagine a dad tearing it up on the dance floor at a wedding.
Yes.
Then each of those stances arranged around a clock with a bouncing line indicating which order they should be performed in.
So Lina, you have concluded that these crude symbols around this clock-like thing are in fact,
oh my god, look, it's like a dance.
Stick figures.
Oh my god, I'm doing it.
All right, Jane, for the purposes of not our podcast listeners, but for our members watching, can you slide back from your camera a little bit? And we need to see this.
Okay, I'm not doing it full body.
No, that seems not practical.
And question for the
Seems
group.
like the legs are in the same position every time anyway.
True.
Yeah. So question for the group.
Yes.
Do we think
mirror faced or
so there are two ends on this line?
One of them.
Do you think that it's the one that has the mark with the slash through it at the end? Or like, is it the one that's at 3 o'clock?
Or is it the one that's
at 11?
At 11.
I was assuming 11 because we read from left to right.
Left
but then
to
the next
right,
question
same.
is, when you have one where it's one arm up and one arm down, do you do the mirror image of that, or do you translate that to yourself?
I think you do it as if, so like if I were looking at the 2 o'clock one,
Yeah.
I would do like mirror it. That feels
Okay.
right to me.
I think top left.
That was my
Something was
thought.
telling me starting at the 3 o'clock, but I don't really have a good rationale.
Yeah, because there is a slash there, but that could indicate either
it could just
way.
be there's little slashes and stuff in other
Yeah,
places
that might just
too.
be-
That might just be the background.
Wearing on
everyone
the,
stand back.
Okay.
I
stand back.
She goes. I'm not going to do the mirror way because that is too complicated for me. So it's
I'm
gonna
putting
be...
and just in case, I'm gonna put guidance on Lina,
Yes.
so if she
Yes.
needs to make a roll.
So
then she's got a
Lina
bonus.
is like deadly serious,
and I'm
she,
standing
like,
within-
engages with this task.
I'm standing within 10 feet.
She gives you a nod.
Oh yeah,
like,
I need to
thank you
step
for the guidance.
outside of the anti-magic field.
Yeah. So
Can you
it's
cast
gonna be-
guidance, Dan? Can you cast guidance on someone in the anti-magic field?
So the anti-magic field, according to this anyways, is a 10-foot radius sphere, which is not that big.
This one's bigger.
Okay, well,
Whoa.
then that was not specified.
It
Okay,
basically
well-
extends from the tower 10 feet.
I guess the answer is no, because any active spell or other magical effect on a creature or an object in the sphere is suppressed while the creature or object
All right,
is in it.
Dan, you think you cast guidance.
And Lina gives you a nod to acknowledge.
The guidance.
Yes. Maybe it wasn't magical guidance, but it was emotional guidance.
Like
and
Crucible like chucks her on the shoulder.
Yeah. She, rubs her hands together, gets that good rogue magic, and starts going,
Ah! One of your arms disappeared.
Yeah. The magic, it's working.
Yes.
And the door swings open on unseen hinges.
Wow.
Nice.
Lina invents guns by doing finger guns.
They're finger hand crossbows.
Yeah, gets inspiration. Lina gets inspiration. I think.
And the true test
yes.
of friendship will be whether Erica turns that into a GIF or not.
No! But fair's fair.
All right. The door swings open. There is a dark tower basement beyond.
Oh,
Okay,
it goes
Just
down?
clarity.
Well,
Is it
it's
dark...
sorry. There's a dark garden level tower floor beyond.
Okay.
I
I was curious. I want to
question.
clarify if it was a dark tower basement or a dark tower basement.
Oh.
Guys, there's a room inside this door.
It's full of
Inside
memorabilia.
the door?
It's dark.
Is there
Did I mention the
a
dark part?
doorknob on the inside of the door?
There's no
I
visible
lighted.
door.
Well, no, I'm 10 feet back from Lena, but now
Okay.
I'm gonna come forward a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
scoot a little bit closer.
I'm gonna light
I
a
need to know if
torch.
there's a doorknob on the inside.
You crowd around the door, but are not crossing the threshold yet. Is that fair to say?
I'm lighting a
Yes.
torch and holding it out toward the door.
All right, you hold it. You light a torch, and the light flickers into the tower basement, garden level, first floor, foyer, vestibule. The
Mezzanine.
first floor of the tower is cluttered with all manner of crates and garbage. The flagstone floor is strewn with debris, old furniture, bits of pottery, old wine bottles strewn around, and something ambles out of the darkness
Oh,
in your
God.
direction. Hey, Elivor, just do a quick perception check on those footprints leading between the wagon and the first floor.
I'd love to, Tony. How about a 15?
All right, as some creature comes creeping out of the darkness, Elivor is 10 feet away, looking at the footprints in the mud, leading between wagon and tower, and he notices that in addition to the same set of humanoid footprints going back and forth, there is one set of footprints that is larger and more bestial. Not that of a wolf, something bigger. Not that of a wolf man, something bigger. Elivor, give me a nature check now at this
I
most
will
ominous
gladly
of
give
moments.
You a nature check now. How about? Oh my goodness, it's a 22.
Elivor, you know deep in your heart of hearts, your heart that is very distracted as your friends are looking into the tower, looking at what they've explored behind this magic door that they have finally opened, that there's a tiger in there. The end!
Where tiger?
Not a were tiger. A
No,
tiger.
that was the question. Where's
There,
the
tiger.
No,
In
that's
the
Thank
tower.
you.
that's
Thank
that's
you.
confusing.
Thank you.
Bear tiger?
And I believe not even just a tiger. Possibly a saber-toothed tiger. I'll have to look into that for next
A
time.
cool tiger.
Yeah,
Exciting.
like a
Ooh.
really cool tiger. The kind of tiger that lives in a
cool
wagon.
cat.
All right, adventurers, that is it for today's session. What will happen the next time? Who will be the first to be murdered by a tiger? Because when wolves don't work, you send in a tiger. That's the Tony Sindelar Dungeon Master promise.
Dungeon manager.
Is this tower worse than they imagined? Already, it already seems like that. For answers to a question that I may or may not have posed, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. I've been your dungeon manager, Tony Sindelar. Goodbye, nerds.